Nearly 10,000 new coronavirus cases. That's the highest daily increase since the pandemic began. Authorities in Madrid say the country is battling a second wave, and that's putting a strain on hospitals. Intensive care units are quickly filling up, and hospital officials say there could be a shortage of beds by mid-September. Spain has reported over 435,000 cases of COVID-19, the most of any country in the EU. Well, our reporter Jaime Velázquez is in Madrid, and he can tell us how the government have been preparing.
Well, indeed, admissions in ICU units here in Spain have almost doubled in the last 9 days, and overall COVID-19 patients have increased by 35% in hospitals. Still, the ICU units are now at 20% of its capacity, but the new wave is already disrupting the normal functioning of hospitals here. The death rate is still very low compared to March, and this is because new infected people are much younger than in March. And now one of the main goals is how to keep the most vulnerable away from the virus. And this is why, for example, some regions are now trying to enforce people to keep their quarantines so the most vulnerable don't get in contact with the virus. There's not national contingency plan, at least for now. The central government has decided to let the regional governments to design their own response. But for example, we know that Catalonia has already announced the construction of 5 satellite hospitals that will be ready by early 2021, in 20 weeks, with 500 beds. And also Madrid announced the construction of an exclusively dedicated hospital for COVID-19 patients.